So last week we learned about counting in more efficient ways, such as sorting and filtering, to obtain the result we needed. If you recall, we were able to determine the number of students on free and reduced lunch at a single middle school. But check this out. By using a pivot table, I can determine the number of students on free and reduced lunch by school, by grade level, in a matter of seconds using a pivot table. Let's take a look at our data set, which has a list of almost 7,000 students at 13 different schools. Highlight all the cells by clicking the upper left corner. Next, choose Insert, Pivot Table, Insert to a new sheet, and choose Create. Do not let the term pivot table intimidate you. When you insert a pivot table to a new sheet, you are not changing any data from the source tab. You can't mess anything up. If you look at the pivot table editor to the right, you see 4 terms: rows, columns, values, and filters. I will start by dragging the school names to the rows section, then grade to the columns section. I also want to break down each school by free and reduced lunch, so I can drag that as a secondary option to each row. Now I need values, and for a lot of school data, I choose the student ID number as the value because it is unique for each student. So I drag local student ID to the values section. Next, choose the drop-down under Summarize By to Count so that it will count each unique student ID. To make this less overwhelming, I will add a filter for both the grade level and free and reduced and paid. Watch what happens when I start to filter out data. I will start by clearing all grade levels and choosing just 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Remembering I only want to see in free and reduced, I simply uncheck paid from the status window. Now I can see all 3 grade levels at all 3 middle schools. And if you remember, we had 61 8th graders at Bernodis Middle School and come up here with the same result, plus a whole lot of other information in a matter of seconds. Stay tuned for the next Sheets with Dave when we talk about conditional formatting.
Centered?
I don't know, a little wrinkly.
Hey, look. Got you.
I'm colorblind, so. Is that why you did that? It feels darker in here today.
Well, it is.
Darker outside.
Wow. You practiced, didn't you?
No, it's just something I'm passionate about.
That was probably the best one yet. Nice job.